Not bad. How are you guys doing? Good to see you. Me as well. Oh, no mic? Really? Oh no. Huh. So you guys can hear me? I mean, that's really the only important part, I understand, but we should hear Jason as well. He does have some important stuff to say. So, well, Jeff has a mic on. No, Jason? Rats. All right. We're working on it. I'm going to drop that in the chat too for people that maybe can't hear me. I hope other people can hear me. Working on that. Technical difficulties. I can hear you perfectly fine. I'm gonna unmute my YouTube here that I'm monitoring on, so you guys might get a little bit of doubled up audio. Plug your ears if that's the case, so I can test from my end what I'm hearing. Nothing. You're absolute silence, Jason. Hmm. It was literally working a minute ago. Oh, yes, that's a good one. Duelist, were you able to hear the audio on the video that was playing before? Please let us know that. That would be important, because that would kind of guide us in the right direction.
Testing, testing, testing.
Yes, the audio worked on that, Jason. So that was fine. So something else you're doing, not you're doing, something else has gone wrong with the streaming software.
Testing, testing. One, two, three.
Let us know, whoever's in the chat, when you can hear Jason, if you can hear Jason at any
I think
point.
I think they might be able to hear me now, but we'll have to wait a second
Yeah,
and see.
yeah, a little bit of a delay, 8 to 10 second delay, I believe. So let's see what happens.
All
There it
right,
is.
Damien,
You're
Damien,
heard.
dual stylus. It looks like we can hear everybody now, which is exciting.
Let's
So,
start again then, Jason. Everyone rewind.
right,
Okay, all right.
you wearing my
We're
Purple
good now.
Rain Genesis t-shirt tonight.
Oh,
So,
that's also. I am not themed Genesis tonight, unfortunately. Hopefully soon I'll get some stuff out of the wash, out of the laundry for it, and
all
wrap it
right. So,
properly.
if everyone can hear us now, Jeff, I'm going to start you off with a question. What's
Sure.
the plan for tonight? What are we talking about? Because I don't think we got any new questions this week, did we?
So actually, all this work we did is for naught because we got no questions. We can just end it now. See you guys
Oh,
later.
I'd
Thank
hate to
you.
waste everybody's time like that. We should probably do something fun before we go.
Well, you know what? Okay. Maybe it's not a good idea because I don't know if we've agreed to it and finalized it or not. But maybe we can show off what the champion cards are going to look like.
Yeah, you did just work on one of the new champions in the new templating, so we could definitely share
So
that.
maybe a little later on we can share that.
Yeah,
That would be good. I think they'd be interested in seeing that probably. I don't know.
yeah.
Could be something.
Hello, Timmy T. Welcome to the chat tonight. We are thrilled to have you here as we talk about Genesis Battle of Champions.
Yep.
Since we don't have any questions that I know of, I have a couple talking points that I can mention just to give people some cool updates.
Go for
Uh,
it. I got a couple right after you, so
okay.
go right ahead.
One of the cool things that I wanted to update people and let them know that's going on is this past week, that's over now. It finally got to the point where I've started reaching out to wholesale distributors, the kind of companies that stores buy their product directly from, to try and get Genesis once again listed for the upcoming release later this year. I'm excited to share that we've begun talks with Universal, which is
Mhm.
pretty much the biggest wholesaler in Canada, and I'll be reaching out to Lion Rampant. That's another one that store owners are familiar with, so we'll be talking with both of them. And then next week, my goal is, in addition to be making inroads with wholesale in Canada, I plan on reaching out to several distributors and wholesalers in the United States as well. Because I think if all goes well, we should be able to establish a bigger network that can reach more stores in the States easier than actually where the previous company left off. Hopefully, by the time Invasions releases later this year, it'll be easier for more and more stores in the States and across Canada to get access to the product. So, if that all goes the way that I'm hoping it will, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be even easier for new stores to get involved.
It's some great plans there, Jason, and I'm really excited about it because I think we're not only hitting the ground running, but I think we're going to hit the ground a little bit ahead of where maybe some people expected us to be, or even where I wouldn't say where we expected to be, because we knew all along we were targeting the larger, wider market.
Mhm.
But it seems like the pieces are falling into place if all goes well. So we will have that broader reach that some of the fans have actually asked about. That was some of our previous questions, right? What are our
Yeah.
plans for distribution in the U.S. and whatnot? And I think that's really important, is to hit the ground running in that U.S. market and make it as available as possible to as many stores as possible. Don't make the barrier to entry very minimal for those stores. Let them buy from their regular distributors without having to cause any friction.
Yeah, yeah. The goal is definitely to make it so that stores that are thriving in cities big and small across all of North America will be able to get our product from distributors that they already have contracts with. That's the hope, is that it'll make it really easy for them to like not even have to set up a new contract with someone new. Hopefully, we'll be able to cover enough ground with enough major wholesalers that it'll just be really easy for stores to add an order of Genesis product to what they already receive every week. So that's exciting news. That's off to a really good start. So I'm very happy about that. Uh,
I
we, uh,
I have a
oh,
question for you, Jason, related to that, if you don't mind.
yeah, sure.
And I know you mentioned it before. It's kind of a leading question, but for any stores that are still, or people that frequent stores that are still looking to get some older products, say some Origins or some J2 product,
Mhm.
how can they go about getting that? Because that is currently not in our distribution network. How do they
Right.
go about getting that
Yeah,
at
well,
this
you
moment?
you stole the idea right out of my mind because that was what I was about to lead up to next is
Oh,
once again
good planning then.
for
Great minds.
those for those who maybe had not heard, we do have a promotion going on where local game store owners and their employees can reach out to us at hello@edgeofexile.com, the email address that's currently up on your screen, where they can learn about an exciting promotion that we're currently running to support local game stores. And I will say, Jeff, you and I actually we had a bit of a we had a bit of a conversation about that this week because Jeff, since you've never actually worked at a local game store, you were a little bit unaware of some of the struggles that local game stores have to deal with, where how hard it is sometimes for games to like make a profit and be comfortable selling certain products. And I know it was a bit of an eye opener for you when you got to get a little peek behind the curtain there. But now you can understand why I keep saying over and over again to people trying to get the news out that we have a really great promotion for local game stores that have either A, already carried Genesis in the past, or B, want to get a little bit of a head start and hit the ground running before Invasions comes out. Because we have some really great deals, some really great promotions for local game stores that are going to help them build a community and very importantly to me, help those game stores make a little money too, which is important. Take a little bit of the pressure off them so that they can feel good knowing that that Genesis is here to support them while they support Genesis.
Ultimately, Jason, it would be great to if we were in a world where everyone could give everyone everything for nothing in the long run, but we can't do that. People need to survive, people need to live, so it'd be nice to get the game stores that little leg up, give them the chance to actually provide the gaming environment that people want, right?
Mm,
You can't play at as the joke always goes, you can't play at a big box store, but that aside, you want to be able to play at these stores. You want to be able to give them enough that they can have the events that they want to have and things like that. And I think that's a great way to approach it is the way that we have been, and it's for the game stores. And that this promotion going on right now. I mean, if even if you're not sure and you're kind of on the fence with your game store there, just put them in touch with us there at hello@edgeofexile.com.
yeah.
And if you're there when they're on the phone, their eyes will open wide, and they'll probably get a few cases in there to retail.
Yeah, it's a really good promotion. And as our good friend John Rayner has mentioned in the chat there, it's always a good way to talk to stores if you talk to them about things that really matter, like in this case, margins, so that stores can, be comfortable. Because that's what really matters is if we lose all the game stores because they're not making enough of a profit to live, then everything suffers, right? So it's definitely one of our priorities is we want to work with the game stores and we really want to support local game stores as they support us. And I think that's a great win-win relationship to move forward with. So I'm excited about the promotion. I'm excited
That's
about what we
amazing.
have coming up in the future. I'm really excited that we've started making inroads and reaching out to major wholesalers in Canada. And as I say, early this coming week, I'll be doing the same with some of the biggest wholesalers in the United States, reaching out to them. And I can't wait to get these relationships in place because I think Invasions is going to be the best set yet. I'm really excited about it. I think the new formatting of the cards, especially tonight, as Jeff mentioned, is going to be the first time that you'll get to see what one of the new champions looks like with the new formatting. And I'm really, really, really proud of how it's shaped, how it's turned out. It's been a really big team effort. And when I say that, I mean all of our design team's been involved in it. Everybody's voices have been heard, including John's. John will be able to verify that in the chat that we've all been talking as a team,
Yeah.
working together. We've had great feedback from everybody involved, including Janice sitting right here beside me. She's contributed ideas we all have. And I'm really proud with how the cards are going to look moving forward, especially the champions. This
And the community's involved too.
that's a really great point. And we had a lot of feedback from the community too, and a lot of great ideas from the community also got implemented. So
Well,
yeah, listening to people and getting the best ideas and moving forward with it, it's led to a place where now I think these cards are really special, and I think people are going to really, really be excited when they get them in their hands this fall or this early winter season and get to play with them.
another benefit there, Jason and Janice, too, is being somewhat long-term players as we have been. We got full, unaltered, candid feedback from other players during our tenure as game players, so we know what some of the community beyond was thinking of the original card layouts and things like that. So we're able to absorb some of that as well. Not just from the current community, as Janice was alluding to, which we did. We put them out there and asked for direct feedback, but even just from our 3-4 years experience in the game, hearing what other people have said, and people like John and other team members, they've been in since the get go, so they've had 5-6 years worth of feedback that they were able to provide us with. So it's technically been a 5-year road to get to this point, if you want to put it
Yeah,
that way. Yeah.
yeah, it's an exciting time for now, for sure.
Yeah.
Jeff, what do you feel like talking about? What's on your mind?
I was going to bring up the future because I was
Okay,
going to say the future isn't what people expect it to be.
okay.
And I'm being
What do you mean?
very weird and cagey about that because I like talking in circles sometimes
Don't talk in
and not making
circles.
any sense.
Yeah, don't
Well,
do that.
the fact of the matter is, I've just seen a little bit of an undercurrent humming about some of the card choices we made, like we removed the Jalara symbol from the cards and things like that.
That being the
And there was
white
a
symbol that used to be in
the
the top
little
right
white
corner.
symbol
Yeah,
looks like a squiggly S with a line through it, kind of almost like a weird dollar sign, stylized weird dollar signy thing. We removed that because um, there was I can talk a little bit inside baseball here of design mechanics. There was a lot of extraneous info on the card that just confused things. Whether you're a new player or an experienced player, there was a lot of information on there that was unnecessary. So we've
right.
tried to streamline that down. That was one of the things we could remove. There was a time, I believe I even had the conversation with the previous owners of the game, that the thought was as they moved throughout the worlds, they would change and cycle out cards and do rotations and whatnot, which doesn't make much sense because you can't change all cards in one shot. It's always like a rolling inventory of 2-3 sets sort of thing.
Right.
So I just
Some
want to put
stay in,
people's
some
minds at
rotate out. Yeah.
right. So I want to put people's minds at ease that um, things are still always moving forward. They're just not moving in the same direction we assumed they were. And in the conversations I had with the higher ups previously, that also was never solidified in their plans that they explained to me. So there was no guarantee that that's what would have related to rotation. I think we're taking a traditional CCG, TCG route where rotation will happen when it's necessary, and you'll use your iconography, which you'll see where it's located on the card now for your set symbol, and you'll see what sets are in the current playable standard, if you want to call it that, whatever it may be called down the road. I wanted to bring that up because I just want to, I know there's a lot of speculation and I don't want people to get carried away with their ideas of it, that things are still moving forward. Things are going to be different. The story's going to be different going forward. It's not what maybe was planned out in people's minds or what was actually planned out. We have a different trajectory for it that will involve still moving forward and rotating out things as necessary.
So basically, the shorter version of what Jeff just tried to explain is taking off that white symbol off the top of the card doesn't necessarily mean that anything's changed because not necessarily anything to do with card rotations was directly tied to that symbol to begin with. Or at least they hadn't publicly confirmed that it was all going to revolve around that symbol. So no need to panic about that. And like Jeff mentioned, there's just so much information being displayed on Genesis cards. Our goal was to try and take a little bit of it off and simplify it a bit just to make it a little bit easier to parse everything that's on there. That's basically what you're conveying, right, Jeff?
Are you saying I'm long-winded and I tend to overspeak or overwrite if I happen to be writing things and things like that?
No, not at
Are you
all. I would
accusing me of being overly
n-
verbose? I
no,
think
not
that's the word.
no, not at all. I would never suggest that. I don't know.
I
I don't know
think
where you got
everyone,
that from.
I think the video just died, right? Jason's video is gone. No one saw. They just heard the words he was saying, correct?
I
He's
don't know
on, you're
what you're
100%
talking
right,
about.
Jason. You're 100% right. That's exactly what it is. Um, it's not that was never part of any design plan from my understanding originally, and it's not part of our design plan going forward, basically. The too much information on a card just confuses things. We're simplifying, cleaning it up.
John says he has no comment on this conversation. That's a tactful choice, John. Well played. Well played.
John is a very, very smart man. John is much smarter than he looks. Um, that
I'm
might
not.
not be a compliment. I'm sorry, John. I think that wasn't a compliment.
I don't think. I don't think
Can we
that's an appropriate
out
We
in the
might have
edit?
to discuss your behavior at the next team meeting, Jeff.
We're not live, are we, Jason? We can edit that out, right? We're not live, I
Oh,
hope, right?
oh yeah,
Where's our
we can.
5 second delay?
We can
Where's our
totally
Janet
edit that
Jackson
out.
delay?
We'll cut that right out. No problem.
Oh my gosh. So do you have anything else you want to bring up, Jason, or should we show them a little video if you have a video ready? Do you have a video ready for tonight?
I do.
We haven't talked about that
I
yet.
have a video ready with a couple new cards. One of them is a new champion that well, it had been revealed before, but this will be the first time seeing it in the new formatting, which is very exciting. And then the other card is one. I don't even remember the text on the card when I was putting in because I was looking at the art and I really like the art of it a lot. You know the card that I'm talking about.
I know exactly the card you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. And the
Yep.
art's really good on it. So like, yeah, we have two pretty cool cards to share. Did you want to check those out right now, Jeff?
What time are we at here? I think it's a pretty good time. We're about 20 minutes into the stream.
Yeah,
I think it's a good time to show off some stuff. Maybe it'll get some juices flowing in people's minds if they have any questions about it. I mean, they are going to see a champion card, so it's a slightly different layout. They're going to
yeah,
see where we've come to with the layout design, which I'm pretty confident saying we're kind of right there now, ready to press go on it.
yeah.
So it's a good time for you guys to digest it quickly and get back any immediate feedback you might have.
And I,
Yeah, let's run it.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
sorry.
whoa,
I'm
whoa,
not
whoa.
touching.
Yeah, you are. You're touching the mouse. Don't touch the mouse. Hold on a second. I got to say something first. Jeez. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just wanted to say to all the viewers watching who've been excited to see a champion card, before we show you the card, I just wanted to point out, I'm going to give you a little spoiler just because I'd like you to think about it while you watch it. Jeff came up with a really smart, in my opinion, idea of where to move the aura and the energy reduction. And if you look as this card will get spoiled in a minute, you're going to see that the aura and the energy reduction are on the left and the right sides of where the awareness grid is now. And I think that, like, as a design perspective, I love it, but I'd love to see what other people think when they see it. I thought it was really brilliant, and I think it looks really great as it is now. So, as you're watching the champion card get spoiled, which I think is the second one in the video that you'll see, just pay attention to where the awareness grid is, and you'll see how he tucks those things in. I think it looks really, really sharp. So,
And the
Can,
G.
can I simplify what Jason has said?
yeah, sure.
And basically, I think what he's trying to say, now it's my turn to simplify, is let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, here we go. All
He's right. Look at it. Yeah, pay attention.
right, here we go. So there you are. There's the first look at a new champion in the new formatting. And
Yep.
I like it a lot. I do. I really like having the aura and the energy reduction right there nicely tucked in beside the awareness grid. I thought it was really great. I don't get any credit for that idea, but Jeff gets full credit for implementing it because that was very well done, I thought. So
Thank you. Thank you very much. But once again, as Jason says, it is a team effort because everything we've done has led up to this point. This isn't
yeah.
no one thing is a one person thing. Nothing has been developed in isolation sort of thing. Janice actually brought up a point that we forgot to mention, Jason. That's where we've relocated the chi value to,
Oh yes, it's very
which
subtle.
is very subtle. Did anyone catch it? Oh, we got a question back for the
Yeah.
audience now. Let's see if anyone
Did
caught where the chi was
anyone
moved to.
notice where the chi is? It's subtle. But I like it a lot because a point that had been brought up. Hey, Hatcher, welcome to the stream. A point that had been brought up by Will, I think, originally in the design chat, was once a deck is built, you don't really need to worry about the chi anymore. So it didn't need such a prominent place in the card. So we kind of
Making
tucked
it
it
front and
away,
center.
out of the way, just like you need to see it when you're building the deck, and after that, you don't care anymore. So that was a brainchild of Will's. And then, really, one of the things I love the most about how the new Genesis champion cards look now is, and it's not an exaggeration, all five team members in the design team uh contributed to it. We all had ideas, we all discussed it, and we all critiqued everybody's ideas, and we brainstormed together. And I really love it. Like, I was very, very pleased with how everybody on the team is receptive to ideas. We've all had some ideas accepted, we've all had some ideas turned down, and I think that's the secret to being successful moving forward, is that we don't reject anyone on the team's ideas offhand. Like, we consider them, we discuss them, and then the cream always rises to the top, and I'm very, very happy about it. It's been a really fun process, at least for me, I can say. It's been a very fun process doing the team meetings every week, where we do basically a Zoom or a Discord chat, and we talk video, and it's been really fun. I, as a fan of the game, getting to talk with people and work with people who were involved in the game beforehand, and like bouncing ideas off them, has been very satisfying, and I've really enjoyed it. So that's
Yeah.
my two
No,
cents on
and
that.
I only went through 2 boxes of Kleenex in my with soaking up my tears from all the critiques of the work. And
Yes, you've done
Jason's right.
very well.
Jason's right. It's been so much. It's been so easy to say, yeah, just move that thing, 2 millimeters to the left, and then I've had to dig through all the files and all the folders and all of the layers. And he's right. It's just super easy. It's no work
Yeah.
whatsoever on his part.
That's right. It is no work whatsoever on my part. Jeff has been
It,
a champion. Oh, that's a pun. But Jeff's been a champion
oh yes, I got him to
for
do the puns now.
yeah, Jeff's been a champion for like never getting discouraged when we ask him to make minor tweaks and changes, because we all come up with the ideas, but Jeff's the
Yeah.
one who physically implements them in the artwork. And that's
But
been
again,
great to work on too.
in all fairness, I've had a blast doing it, Jason. Like all kidding aside, it is a team effort overall. This isn't I'm just joking around. Like honestly, it's been fun. It's been great, and doing it all together has worked very, very well. We each have our strengths that we can play to, which is what's important.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
it's been a
think
really good
you've
process.
you've said this before, Jason. I think you're right. I think at this point we've put together the best team we could,
Mm.
and it's it's not a best team we could that we had to settle. I think it's the best team we could, and we're happy with it because I think it's the
Oh,
best
I'm
team
very
that's
happy.
going to be pushing this forward at this point.
Yeah, the working together and designing has been very fun. The ideas have been great coming from everyone, which has been really awesome, including some ideas that got implemented from the community. And I think, again, just speaking for myself, but I feel like there's a lot of positivity in the team right now. And every
Yep.
time we get together to do a Zoom chat or whatever, it's a lot of fun, and I look forward to it. And every week, we're also, as I mentioned last week, we're already designing new cards for the set after Invasion, and that's exciting. Like, we're getting to do some really fun stuff now, and when you love what you do, it just makes time fly. So it's been really good.
It's quite exciting actually. I was doing a long. I was on a long drive home today, and my wife asked if everything was okay because I looked a little anxious and nervous, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "I've just got a bunch of ideas I need to get down on paper, and I'm operating
Yeah,
a motor vehicle and cannot do it right now for
yeah.
safety's sake. Like my laptop's behind me. I want that on my lap, but I can't do it while I'm driving." So yeah,
Well, you
when
made
you
the
do
right
what you love,
decision to
you
leave the
yeah,
laptop in the back seat. That was a good
yeah,
call.
yeah, yeah. It was fine. Next time I'll let her drive so I can do the work.
There you go. I'm guilty of that myself. Like, I get really consumed by this, and just like when an idea hits, you want to write it down. And I'm getting up at 8 in the morning when I don't have to be at the store till 11, because I just want to get to the store and start working
Yeah.
almost every day on it. Like, I'm loving it, which again is such a blessing to be involved in a project that so many people enjoy already. And then for it to be so fun to work on this process and take it to a whole new level, is it's stimulating, it's exciting, it's satisfying, it's great. So life is really good.
John has mentioned that there are 2 cards that reference chi value. So it's not that the chi has disappeared, obviously. It's there. It's just uh, small enough that it's not that important at
Mhm.
this point because really 2 cards out of the entire run of Genesis since Alpha, that's very little to reference it. And it is quite clear still. It's not like it's buried and totally invisible.
Yeah,
even to
it's
my
still
old
on every
eyes.
single
So
card that needs it. So yeah,
no
it's
one guessed
there.
where it was. It's in the bottom right corner. It's in the
Yeah,
bottom right corner, opposite the whoops, sorry, opposite the set symbol. So they kind
yeah,
of balance the card and look nice side by side like that.
yeah,
We'll run the video again towards the end, right, Jason, so they can
yeah,
have another peek at it and look for it there. Yeah, yeah, that
yeah.
sounds good. Um, Timmy T missed the chi, and that rhymes. And you can have that lyric, Timmy. Write yourself a song based on that. I've got visions of I missed the bus by Crisscross, but instead it's Timmy T saying I missed the chi. I don't know where that would go, but you can have that and run with it, Timmy.
So I got
You
a
don't know
couple
who
of.
Crisscross is?
Oh,
You're not
sorry.
old enough then. Don't worry about it.
I've got a couple other interesting tidbits I can share with people who are watching.
By
Because I
all
know
means, go ahead.
some of you are probably curious out there what I've been working on this week, and I can share a bit of it.
I'm
Is
curious too.
a couple things I've been working on is one, I'm working on a new series of introductory videos for Genesis that I want to get up on the Genesis Champions.com website. I have another week or two of work on it before I'll have enough segments of video to upload them all at once. Basically, I want GenesisBattleChampions.com to be a great resource for people who've been playing for years and for brand new people wanting to learn how to play the game or learn what it is. I want that information front and center, easy to find for new players as they visit the website. So, in another week or two, I'll have some videos on how to play and explaining what champions are and all the cool things and how we play on the arena. I've been working really hard on that. And another thing that I've been working on is, and actually Jeff had a hand in this, is I think we pretty much have the first chapter of the new lore of Genesis settled on now. I took some time last week. I have a big, long story in my head, and I took it some time last week to write out the first chapter, which would lead us to from where we are today to the beginning of the next set after invasion. And so that chapter basically takes us to the beginning moments of the set after invasion. And then Jeff decided to add some flair to it. Flair, that's his word for it. So he made his own version based on my version. And then what happened is I took his version and took some of the highlights from it and incorporated it into my original version. So the lore is a bit of a blend of Jeffrey and my ideas. And I'm excited to share it. And I think probably by next week we'll have that first chapter up on the website because I think we're pretty much in agreement, Jeff, that we're happy with the
I
hybrid
think we're
version.
right there. I mean,
Yeah,
it's part of uh, in all aspects, we're trying to do as best we can the pure blend of like the true blend of everything coming together from all sources
right.
inside the company. I think that's the right way to do it. It's everyone working together for the common goal, which is the
Yeah.
best way to present it. You don't want any one person running off on their own. It just doesn't make sense. We're working as a team. We might as well stay working as a team and support each other throughout it, right? Um, a joke I alluded to earlier about me being too verbose was I tend to overwrite, and that's why I brought that up because when I asked Jason if I could add some flair, I ended up making it almost unreadable to the point where when we read it back, we said we don't really know what's going on because it's just too much stuff that means nothing. So
There
Jason's
was a
cleaned that
lot
up a
of
little bit for
there
me.
was a lot of good tidbits in it though. So like it just I think we complement each other. I know
Very,
I
very
will
well.
admit that I have a simplistic writing style. I like to just focus on the meat and the bones and tell a
Mhm.
story with minimal imagery. And Jeff is I'd say pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum where he really likes to delve into the details and the minutia and really set the scene and paint the picture for people. And as he's alluding to, maybe even a little too much. So I think when
I'm all about the word count, Jason. I'm all about the word count.
so yeah, but I think the two of us can work together complementary. And I'm really happy with the final version with a bit of Jeff's flair and my meat and bones on it. That I think the first chapter of the lore, when we share in a couple days, I'm really excited to see what people will think of it. It's hard because I'm not impartial. I was one of the key writers of it, and I really love it. And I'm excited to
Yeah, I
see
like
what
it
some
too.
Genesis fans will think of the new writing style that we're going to have, telling the tale behind the game for the main characters.
Yeah,
Like any writer, and Jeff will definitely agree with this. I think you take a lot of
yeah,
pride in your writing, and we can't wait for people
yep.
to see it. And hopefully, you'll all enjoy it as much as we do. So, what did Jeff say? Jeff said the details were
No,
great.
John.
Or John said the details were great. There's a time and place. And same with being simple. There's a
Yeah.
time to play. Yeah. So
And that's why I
yeah,
think we work great together, Jason, because you've got the meat and potatoes. Well, and okay, that sounds like we're downplaying it. Uh, Jason got to the point, but what he got through of the story um, got that image across, right? I just tend to um, show more than tell, a little too much. So when Jason did his description, I just went a little
enhanced it.
over the edge. Okay, we'll do enhanced. Yeah, we'll say
Yeah, you
enhanced.
enhanced
We'll
it. It
be
was good.
polite about it tonight. We'll say
Yeah, you
enhanced.
sprinkled a little seasoning on top. It was great.
That was it. I
Mwah.
did a little Salt Bay on it. I did a little
A little,
Genesis Bay on
a
it.
little salt bay on it. That's right. So, so
If
yeah,
I can
so I'm
mention something
excited for
too,
that.
Jay, there about
Please do.
yes, it's the artist in me, yeah, John. That's like I said, John. I'm all about word count because you can't make a novel unless you have so many thousand words. So you work on it.
Yeah, you're a good
No,
novelist.
what I wanted to say, Jason, was you're talking about putting videos on the website, putting the lore up on the website, and I want to make it clear to people that we're trying to develop and build the website as the proper hub of everything.
Yeah.
Um, in the past, it wasn't. Everything was not, I won't say overly focused. Everything was pushed to the social networks as hard as possible. But as we've seen, with wherever you fall on the divide, Twitter has changed drastically. Discord is changing now. They're changing the people's full names. You're losing numbers behind it and all that. All when you are a when you only exist on the social media platform, you are beholden to their whim. Our website is ours and we can control it how we want, which is probably the right way to do it because there's no chance of our website shutting down. I'm not saying Facebook's going anywhere and shutting down, but the whole point is we have it there to do what we want and how we want with it. We're not beholden to some uh, arbitrary rule that comes in on one of these sites that makes you say you can't post a card that has someone that's 4 feet tall on it or something. Who knows, right? What they're going to come up with. So this way, it's kind of we're trying to push everything there as a hub over time. It's not going to happen overnight, and of
Mhm.
course, we're still going to use our social networks to contact our public. But that's why we put our questionnaire on there, our question form on there, and everything to try and redirect people there where we think would be a great hub for new people and experienced people alike, as Jason said.
Yeah, the goal is definitely that once we get everything up there that we want up there, it will be, as you said, a great informational hub where you can find all the resources. Like there'll be articles on how to build decks and tips, and
Yeah.
then there's going to be explanations, even with the video series, like I was saying, about what the game is, how to get into the game, how to start playing it. Everything for new players, everything for experienced players. Hopefully, we'll have all that kind of information, be it videos, articles, guest writers, things like that. All that kind of stuff will be available on the website, genesisbattlechampions.com. And I think it's going to be really fun. Maybe 4 or 5 months from now, after the first set of ours
Yeah.
has come out, then I think the website will be up and running and really fleshed out, and it's going to be a great resource. By the time the next set comes out, it'll be a great spot for new players to visit and learn everything they need to learn.
And any of my 5G only deck techs will only ever be on my personal socials. None of those will
Oh,
ever touch
no.
official Genesis channels.
No,
Don't
I
worry
don't
about
think
that.
so.
No one's
We
going to
need,
build a
no, Jeff,
losing
we
deck
need
out of
some
my
comedy
advice.
relief on the website.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you. You broke up there. I didn't hear quite what you said. I just heard no,
I
we
said we
need. So I
need some
assumed it
of
was
your
positive.
expertise on the website.
Oh, that's what I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said we
Thank you.
need
Thank you. That makes
we
me feel
need
really
your
good.
expertise. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, that's awesome. We don't have any questions coming in the chat. I think we've
Yeah.
answered everything everyone ever needs to know. Maybe we don't have to do these lives anymore.
Well, I still like hearing your sultry
I like
tones,
it
right?
doing it
So
too. I do.
we need to
Yes,
create a
John, we do need to
champion
create a
for Jeff
champion that gets
that gets.
5 chi
Oh,
bonus. Yep.
well,
For
we'll
every
talk about
5
that in
chi,
the
they get
team
one
meeting.
more health or something.
Oh, you just want to win by any cost.
Well, I lose by any cost, so I might as well try and win by any cost possible. Oh, don't worry, John. The live streams aren't going anywhere. This is a blast. I don't think I've enjoyed anything I've done online more than this right now. This interaction
Yeah.
with people is what I thrive on, and I think it's wonderful. Unfortunately, I have to do it with Jason, but that's okay. I mean, Janice is here to buffer that, so we're okay.
Snap. Dang.
This is what
I'm
happens when we
sorry,
don't
Jeff.
get
What
questions.
did you say, Jeff? I didn't quite hear you. Sorry.
I said, fortunately, I get to do it with Jason.
Oh, fortunately. Ah, that's
We
what
got
I
to work
thought
on
you
this
said.
connection, eh? This
Yeah,
connection's a little
yeah,
weak here between us.
yeah.
Something's going on.
Awesome. Well, we don't really have to carry on, to be honest. We can
Sure.
show the video again, give everybody another look.
Yeah.
You'll notice the chi is tucked away in the bottom right corner of the cards. And then
Yep.
we'll come back, and if there's no other questions or nothing anyone wants to chat about, we can just move
Yep.
on with our Monday nights. Sound good, honey?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not. Okay, honey.
Oh, you're talking to them. I'm sorry. I forgot we were live. I thought it was one-on-one. I'll be quiet. Go ahead.
All right, here
Roll
we go.
tape.
Let's check out the cards one more time. Yeah, that's good. I really like it a lot. Okay, Jeff, you can talk. They can see you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know. I'm on a delay, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, you're
yeah,
there,
I'm
Jeff.
really happy with how they turned out. I think we got there, and it wasn't. I mean, sure, it's like 45 different iterations of it, but we got there faster than I thought we would in the sense that timing wise, it was faster than I thought we would. Iteration wise was a bit more. Timing, we did it pretty quickly.
Mhm.
I think we burned through it fast enough to get to where we needed to be. Um, and I
Well,
hope you guys caught the chi in the little corner there
yeah.
now.
The nice thing is now that we've basically got the champion formatting and templating locked in, for John there who's asking about more champion spoilers to come, it'll be a lot easier, at least now that it's decided where all the info goes, for you to do all that
Yep.
physical labor for us and make up every card that we ask on a whim and a command. And then
I,
for
I'm
My Name's Jump, welcome to the chat. Asking, will old
yes.
cards be usable? Yes, that's actually a question we've answered several times, and it's in a fact that you can look up at genesisbattlechampions.com, that the requirement for tournament play, even by the old company, was always that you have to use sleeves with your Genesis cards when you play, because I guess there were some defects and slight tweaks between one set and another in the printing process. So you'll just continue having to use sleeves, and even though there's a brand new card back and the cards look totally different on the front, you can use old cards and new cards with no issues whatsoever because they're all going to be in sleeves.
Yep. Yep. As of right now, every card other than the current um, banned list, which is very short, and errated list, can all be used. So you just have to follow those rules. But yeah, every other card that was legal prior to invasion will be legal going forward. Just sleeved up, like Jason said.
Thanks, my name's Jump, for the compliment on the new card template looking good. We're really
Yeah,
excited about it. We're happy with how it turned out. As we
yeah,
said a little
yeah. I
earlier in
think
the
so.
video tonight, it's been a team effort between the community bringing forth ideas and all five members of the design team, and it's been really fun.
Yep, yep. I think it's right where it needs to be. I think everything's gotten to that point now, and now we can start templating them up, um,
Hmm.
and 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 just
Send them to
go
the
full steam.
printers.
Yeah,
Send them to the printers. Yeah, you guys will be
yeah.
getting spoilers like crazy. There'll be so many spoilers coming down the line that you're going to ask us to slow down and stop because it's too much for you to absorb.
Well, oh, here's another bit of, let's give them another bit of an update of behind the scenes info that they'll probably be really excited to hear is, we're basically at the point now, I think we can publicly say, where we're ready to lock in the templates. We're really happy with it. We took a lot of
Yep.
feedback. We basically have it exactly how we want. And that exciting news means that Jeff is going to, in the next week or so, be able to submit
Hmm.
some cards to the printing company, the actual printing company that's going to be printing Invasion, and get them to actually physically manufacture and airship over to us here in North America some samples of what the new cards will look like. So in a few weeks, we might physically have a couple cards we could show in our hands on camera, which would be a really cool experience. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if Jess wants to share them.
In a few weeks, they'll be printing them. Then in
All
a
right.
few weeks, it'll arrive to us. Two
I
sets
don't.
of few weeks.
I don't think so though, right? Because aren't we talking about having the sample cards airshipped over? It's like a 2 day shipping or something.
Yes, but they have to work it into their printing process.
Oh,
So
that's
when
true.
when
They
we get
might
in
not be
touch with
ready
them,
to print
right?
as soon as we submit.
Yeah,
That's true.
they'll
I
be in
didn't
the
think
middle
of
of a
that.
print run, and then they'll have to
Yeah.
inject us in the middle of another print run. So
Okay.
I don't want people to get the idea that 2 Mondays from now they're going to get cards to see, because we are beholden to that time frame because we're getting samples. We're not going to be in a
That's
regular production run,
that's a
right?
really good point
Once we
too.
booked in a production, we can say whatever the date is,
Hmm.
day XYZ is our production run, but when it's samples, they're going to inject us in the middle of something else.
Oh, there's a question that I'm going to let our chief design officer
Are we
answer.
doing spot foiling? That is what well, say the plan is yes.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
waiting to
hope.
hear back from them on the requirements of what they need from us to make sure that we can satisfy their requirements and then they can satisfy ours. The company does do spot foiling, so they should be able to do it, but I don't like ever committing 100% until I've gotten that email in my inbox that says, yes, we can do it that way. So I'm waiting for that, just because stranger things have happened, as people know, right? So I don't want to, I don't want to put the cart before the horse in that respect. But yes, spot
Yeah.
foiling, because that's currently the de facto best foiling you can see out there, sort of thing,
Yeah, so
in my mind, and apparently in the audience's mind too.
yeah. So exciting things, exciting times, exciting things
Yeah.
coming up in the very near future. And
Yes.
I really want to convey to the people watching at home that I'm really happy with the progress we're making. I think we're moving ahead really well. I don't want to make promises I can't keep, but I do believe, based on how well everything's been going so far, I think we're almost to the point where we could almost guarantee that it is going to come out later this season, like this year, the next year. We're doing.
Yeah. He doesn't want to make any promises, but here he goes making a promise that he can't keep.
No, no, I'm saying it's not a promise. I'm just saying the way things have gone, if things keep going good,
Yeah.
we
Everything's
should
been
hit
going
that, which
very
is
well, right?
exciting. Yeah. So,
100%. Everything's been going very well now.
yeah,
It's just a matter of once we get those samples in. So the game plan, little inside baseball, of course, is for anyone who's overseas and doesn't understand the term inside baseball, if they don't use it overseas, it's just a little bit of information that isn't usually privy to the public. And that's that we get our samples in, we confirm that it's everything we want, how we want them, and that's the way it's going to look, and then we can get scheduled in for a print run. So you don't even
yeah,
schedule the print run before that point with this
right.
company. So that's the plan. Uh, Assuming everything's going to come in well because we're doing everything we can to get those samples to be exactly what we want, then we'll get the scheduled print run. Once the print run is scheduled, we're locked in, and short of, manufacturing issues a week or one way or the other, depending on, machines break, things go down, stuff like that. Short of that, we'll have our proper layout of scheduling of things.
Yeah, at which point we can probably, through discussions with the wholesalers we're opening contracts with, figure out when pre-orders will begin for
Mhm.
stores, figure out when things are expected to arrive on each continent, be it North America or Europe, and then we can figure out an actual release date eventually. That information we'll be able to start figuring out pretty soon, which is exciting as well.
Yeah. Are we so Jason, I got a question for you that's kind of out of left field. Another baseball reference. I don't even like baseball. Too many baseball references
Yeah, you
for
got
me.
to work on your hockey references instead.
Yeah. So this is from the hash marks. Here's one coming.
Okay,
Oh, here's one coming from the point. This one's coming from the point
coming for a
because that's a
point. I
little bit
like it.
harder to.
That's better. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Shoot, now I forgot what the question was. Oh, yes. If we have locked in information, will you release it earlier or will you wait till a Monday live stream to release that information? What is your feeling? Do you want to wait and keep
Oh, like
people
if we
excited?
found out on a Tuesday what day the set's gonna release,
Yeah.
I
Would you
would
make people wait a week?
well, they'll never know. They'll never know because I
Yeah, why
would probably
say that
wait
out
till the
loud? Okay, take that out in the edit. Take that out in the edit so we don't know that that happened. Never mind. We can scrub that, right?
oh, I mean, I look forward to these Monday nights so much. I love talking with the
Yes, of course.
community. If there's some really cool news, I would save it for the Monday,
Of
honestly.
course.
And of course,
Yeah.
all the big
If
things that we talk about in these streams, we usually share in Facebook posts and things like that the next day or on the website
Yep.
or whatnot. So like you
Yep.
would get it through other avenues anyway, but yeah, John gets it in the chat there. He gets what I'm saying.
He's quoting that TikTok sound, right? How will they know? No one's gonna know. They'll never know.
They'll never
I'm
know.
assuming that's what he is. John's young enough to have TikTok, right? Right, John? I hope you are. You better be young enough to have TikTok. It's turning into an old person platform. I'm on it. My God. Um, do we have anything else? There's no other questions coming in by the looks of it. Jason, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Janice, do you have anything you need to bring up?
Janice says no, she's good. Honestly, I think we
Excellent.
covered a lot of cool little tidbits tonight. I think
Okay.
we gave some really good progress updates. I will either tomorrow or the day after, I'll go back and watch this video again and compile notes on what we've
Sure.
discussed tonight, just so that I can do a
Yep.
little handy Facebook post or
Yep.
somewhere on the website, add it to the Q&A.
Yeah.
Um,
Summarize it
but
in the Q&A, please. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
we're definitely making great progress and we're hitting a lot of exciting milestones. And again, I'm super excited that just on Friday I reached out for the first time to Universal Distribution here in Canada, and I'm going to be reaching out to Lion Rampant. And that was an exciting thing for me just to be like, okay, we're at the point where we've got most of our ducks lined up in a row and we can start actually talking to the wholesalers with,
Yep.
you know, the info we need to talk to them. And that's
Yep.
exciting.
Yep.
Like, I get giddy
Yeah.
just
No,
talking
it
about it
really
right
is.
now.
Like it's something maybe that people that aren't in this sphere from the production side don't understand that it's gelling now, and it's like we're at
Yeah.
that stage now. We're at that point, which is not something to sneeze at. Like that's a big thing. That's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. I'm very
Yeah, it really
excited.
is exciting. It really, really is exciting. In case you couldn't tell from the giant smiles on our face, we're really excited about it.
Yeah. We can't wait to get this set in people's hands. It's going to be so much fun. And
It is.
I've said
It
it
really is.
before, I feel like the future for Genesis is just so, so bright. It's such a fun
Yep.
game and it's only going to get better as time goes on.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
All
Do you have a
right.
credit roll to run, Jason? Or
I
well,
do.
first we should say thank you. You got to
Oh,
end with your thank you to people. You
of
always say
course.
thank you to whoever you can catch in the chat quickly if on a scroll up.
That's right. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in tonight, including John Rayner, Timmy T. My name's Jump. Janice, you got to be quicker with the mouse there. Work your way up there. Who else do we got here? Duelist Sync, JD, and of course Damien, who comes out almost every week. It's a great pleasure having you all here chatting with us. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a lot of fun. On behalf of my great co-host, the one and only Jeffrey Pisito here, and of course on my other side, the beautiful Janice helping out and behind the scenes here. My name's Jason. It's been so much fun. Thanks for tuning in. We will be here again next Monday night for another exciting edition of Beyond the Edge of Exile. Take care, stay safe out there, and we hope to see you soon in the arena.
The king is dead, killed from a poisonous cup. Another prophet sings, and the crowd erupts. Hail the new king.